guys, y'all are going to be able to guess where we're at in just a second. It's been about 2 weeks since we've been here. So we are going to take a look around and see if anything has changed from the last time we were here. Alright guys, I tried making a video yesterday about this property and the video cut out on me. For some reason I turned the camera off. But we are back at the culvert property, and there was a little bit of sign where the beavers had tried to dam up the culverts again. It was like 5 saplings that they'd put in there, but they were fresh. And it had been 2 weeks since I'd been here. During that 1 week of trapping, we didn't see any sign. So for 3 weeks, all those beavers did, or beaver, I don't know how many it is. It doesn't seem like a lot. All they did was put 5 saplings in this culvert. So I don't know what to think about this place. You leave for a couple of days. Back when we first got over here, everything was flooded, the road was flooded, cleaned it all out, came back less than 7 days later, it was plugged up again. But now we've been here 3 weeks. We've been coming over here for 3 weeks. And they've only put a couple of twigs in there. Haven't had no misses on our traps. Haven't had no catches. They just haven't been over here while my traps have been over here. So we are over here now. And I'm going to pause the video because I took video yesterday of setting up the traps, but I didn't, the original video that I took cut out. So I'm going to use this at the beginning. So that explained where we're at, what we're doing. So now I'm going to cut the video and then I'll bring y'all back if I've caught anything. Alright, I figured I'd show y'all how I'm doing these 330s, just in case you missed it in one of the previous videos. This is a 330. It's all folded up right now, but I'm going to unfold it, put the locks on it, the catches, and then I'm going to put it on what they call an H stand right there, and that helps me prop it up in the channel. If I didn't have that H stand right there, I would have to find some sticks, and you can do that a lot of times, just find a stick out here, but it's real convenient to use H stands. So I'll unfold it here and show you how I mount it on that. All right, I've got the springs compressed and the little hooks on there on both of them. Talking about these things right here. So that's what's holding the tension right here. Both these little hooks on both sides. And I'm going to slip this down over the H stand through that gap right there. And I'll show you that. Alright, so it is going to rest right there on that trap. And I'm going to finish setting the trap and taking the safeties off whenever I get out here to where I want it on the water. But I'll show y'all what it looks like set here now. I want to be very careful with these things because there's a ton of tension right here. There's an extra safety that you can purchase that will go on this, and that might not be a bad idea to do. All right, this is I guess this is what you would call the trigger right here. It goes over the top of this, and when a beaver, or if you're trying to catch an otter, if it swims through there and it hits that, it flings this up, and then it closes. The trap closes on top of the animal, and it kills it. So a very powerful trap, and that animal should be dead when you get here. So I'm going to set that and this trap is still safe because I have these hooks on here, but they are loose. But as soon as I take these hooks off like that right there, that trap is live. Whatever touches that mechanism right there, it will activate that trap and it will come down on top and pinch the animal that you're trying to catch. We're going to put the safeties back on it, and we are very carefully going to walk it out to the channel that I'm going to put it in. There's, like I said a while ago, there's a safety that you can buy, another safety that goes on top of this to ensure that it does not close, and that may be a good idea for y'all to purchase. All right, I wanted to show y'all my trap placement. The culverts are right there. This is one of the deep channels it comes through. And this is how you want, I think this is how you want these 330s or body traps to be. You want it to be just under the water, right? So my H stand and the trap itself is almost on the creek bottom, right? So you want to force that beaver or otter, whatever you're trapping, to go through there. And when it hits those two prongs, like I said a while ago, it's going to flip that mechanism over, and then both sides are going to flip down, and that will instantly kill whatever you're trapping. I am going to take some grass and stuff, and I also have this anchored. I have a cable with a stake going in the ground back here on the bank. That's not, I don't think that's that big of a deal, since whatever I catch is going to be dead, so obviously it's not going to be pulling it out. But I'm going to go ahead and anchor it just to be safe. So I want to take some grass, some of the stuff that's up here, and put it on top to try and blend it in and make it look more natural, and try to not spook them beavers. But what I got to do first before I forget is take these safeties off. Remember that hook, so flip that down and walk down here, flip that one, because if you forget those, your trap is not going to go off. So that trap is ready to go. We're going to get some grass, put on top of it, cover it up. All right, let me get the camera turned around here. Wanted to show y'all what I'm working with back here. I don't want to do just the 330 body grip traps, because I want to get as much opportunity to catch these things as I can. And if they miss on one, they may get shy on that type of trap. So I'm trying to use foot traps too. So I'm going to be putting out two TS85s and an MB750. So over there, coming out of that channel, I have another 330. So that's two 330s. Got one coming out of that channel way back there, and then I got one back there. And I did find where some fresh chewings were at. See if I can zoom in right there. So that's what they put in the culvert, I'm assuming within the last couple of days, just because of how fresh that looks. And this area right here looks a little trampled. It could be raccoons doing it, but with them having those chewings right there, and I'm seeing some old chewings over here, they're spending some time on this bank. So I am going to put in I put in an MB750. I'm not sure if you can see it right there. And I've got a caster mound set right here. Cannot remember what bait this is. I bought it from F&T. I can't remember what it is. My MB750 is just under the water right there. Got a caster mound slicked up right there. And what a caster mound is, when a beaver marks its territory, it'll push up a bunch of mud, like what I did right there. It'll push up a bunch of mud, and then it'll leave a gland scent on top of it. And they call it a caster mound. And that is just a mimic caster mound right there. If you're a deer hunter, it's like making a fake rub on the ground, scrape, whatever you call it. So that's pretty much what we're doing. We're just trying all the tricks to see if we can get some action over here, because we have yet to have any misses or catches. We haven't seen any beavers over here since we put traps in. They're just coming sporadically. But we did see where they had come the last couple of days. So maybe we'll get something. And something I want to point out that I've started doing to hopefully eliminate all the misses that I'm having, or where they're leaving their foot in my foot traps. I've put extra cable, extra long cable, so that there's about 10 feet of cable right here. And I'm hoping that if I give them enough slack in that cable, that if they do get caught right there, they're going to come out here to deeper water and just chill out until I get here. And if they do that, it'll be less likely that they'll wring their foot off. See if I can turn my camera around here without dropping it in the water. Man, if I drop my phone in the water, my wife, ooh-wee, she's gonna be mad. Oh, man. All right, so we got 2 traps over here. 1, 2. Got 2 traps back there. 1, 2, so that's 4. And I'm really debating on if I want to put in any more, guys, because it doesn't look like there's a bunch of beavers over here, but I put in 2 body grips and 2 foot traps. I'm gonna put my camera up and leave it at that, I think. I don't think there's any need to put in another one. I could be wrong. Y'all let me know in the comments what y'all would do in this area. All I can trap is just this water that you see. This is the only spot on the property that I can trap. I can't go further in there because that's on somebody else's property. So all I can trap is just this waterway right here and that waterway right there, and obviously the culverts. So let me know what you would do in that situation. How many traps you would put in such a small area. I'm very curious. But I got 4 out now, 2 330s, TS85, and an MB750. I've already got a TS85 set up on the tailgate. I may throw that in just since I've already got it set up. But I'll show y'all once I get the camera in. I'm probably gonna put 2 cameras in right here too, 2 new cameras that I got. And we'll see how that goes also. So I'll bring y'all back for that. All right, final video. In a unexpected twist, I do not have enough signal to finish setting up my cameras. So that is aggravating and unfortunate. So won't be seeing anything tonight, but I will be finishing setting up those cameras tonight when I'm at the house. And that way when I come back here tomorrow, I will have some cameras out here. So let's do a final countdown of our traps. 330 in the back, blocking that way. Caster mound right there with a MB750. I ended up putting a third 330 in instead of a 3rd foot trap. So we got a 330 right here. So that's the 2nd 330 and the 3rd trap overall. TS85 with a caster mound set. Right there. And then we have a final 330 back here blocking this, what I consider this whole area back here. So that this one channel, if there's anything coming from this side, it's gonna come through that little channel right there, I suspect. So that's why I got a 330 right there. I chose that spot for that reason. So we're gonna see. That's where a lot of running water's coming. I just anticipate a beaver coming out right there. Got it covered up real good. I think we're good to go there. And remember, it's been 2 weeks since we've been here. All right. when we first got here, y'all can go back and look at the footage. All of this, that big old mound right there, all that was underwater. It was coming out in the road right there. You can see where it's washed out. So 2 weeks. There's our other one right there. So 2 weeks, and all they had put in the culvert during that 2 weeks is these few sticks right here. See these green sticks? The little trees, I guess you could say. 4 or 5 of them right here. They'd put in this culvert, and they got them from back in here. So I got 2 traps guarding that way. 5 traps total. Again, this is a pretty small area, and that don't go to nothing. That's just drainage that goes up along the road. So that don't go to anything. So I don't anticipate them coming from this direction. Otherwise, I would have put a trap here. It is possible, but I just don't see it. It doesn't go to anything back here. So I don't think they'll be coming from that way. So 5 traps total, 2 culverts, all I can trap. The only areas that I can trap is along this water. That's it. Let me know what you would have done different, what traps you would have used. Let me know what you think. This is the second time I've been on this property. The first time we came, we didn't catch anything, but we didn't have no misses. And we were there for about a week, maybe a little over a week, here for a little over a week. And we didn't have any catches or anything. So, and they didn't try and plug up the culverts after I'd unplugged them. So this is the first time, this is actually the first time that they've tried to plug this in like 3 weeks then. Because the first week I was here, they didn't do anything. And it's been 2 weeks since I've been here. So 3 weeks has gone by without them trying to plug this back up. I don't know where they're coming from back here, but it's obvious that it's not a priority to them. So we're gonna throw the rest of our stuff back in the truck. That TS-85 that we thought about putting out, we ain't gonna do it. Just because I think we got it covered pretty well. We are gonna go home and finish setting up our multi cameras. And that's all we can do for here. We'll come back tomorrow and see what it's like. I'm gonna put my other boots back on and go to another property. We got another property that we're gonna go look at and see what we can do there. I'll probably make that a separate video. So with all that being said, y'all be good.